Good afternoon, everyone. Today we will be showing you how to create a financial spreadsheet in Excel focusing on editing data, calculating formulas, and adding graphs. To start, you will need to open the software Microsoft Excel. After Excel is up and running, scroll over to the column marked A. Look at the cell A2. There are multiple titles already inputted representing your monthly expenses. These expenses could include bills, food, school expenses, and extra, which is already included. Some of the titles given to the expenses may be longer than the cell width. Therefore, it may be necessary to adjust the size of your column. Scroll up to the right edge of column A and drag until every word is displayed. Now, scroll back to the top row where the months should appear. In this row, in the column C, insert February. Now select cells containing January and February. Once selected, scroll to the bottom right of the February cell, and a plus sign should appear. When you see the plus sign, click and drag to the right to fill in the rest of the months. Below each month is where you would see the data amounts of your expenses. Move to the bottom of the column A. To the row below the last expense title that has been added, skip a cell and insert total expenses into that cell. In column B of the total expense row, you would sum all of your expenses. To do this, you will need to insert a formula. Enter an equal sign into the cell and type sum. A formula box should open, and when you see sum, press tab. Then select the cells of the expenses you want to sum. Once they are selected, hit enter. Now your total expense number will adjust to how much is spent. Instead of repeating this process individually for each month, you can copy it. Position the cursor in the bottom right corner of the total expense cell containing the formula. Once you see the sign, the plus sign, click and drag to the right. Now, no matter what you insert into the expense, the total will be automatically updated. Now that you figure out how to calculate your monthly expenses, you will need to calculate your actual account balance. In the row below beginning balance, you will create your ending balance cell. For this balance, you will need to add in another formula. Type the equal sign again. Then select your previous balance cell. Put in a minus sign, then select your total expenses box. Then put in a plus sign and select your income box. This will give you your ending balance for the current month and beginning balance for the next month. In column C, the new month's beginning balance will be exactly what the previous month's ending balance was. To make sure they remain the same, insert a formula will be required. Finally, you will need to format your worksheet. Select cells that contain all numbers and click on the dollar symbol under the Home tab on the toolbar to change to currency. You can also make the titles bold by selecting the cells you want and clicking the bold button. To create a more descriptive list of the extras expense, you can create a separate spreadsheet of expenses. Start by scrolling to the bottom of the Excel document and click on Extras. This will display a pre-made document. To order this data, most expensive to least, you will need to use the Sort and Filter function found at the right on the toolbar. Click Sort and Filter, then click Sort Small to Largest. Then enter a total expense cell and input the equals sum. Now you will be able to see what you are spending the most and least on every month, and you will have to calculate the extra expenses that you can use in your financial statement on sheet 1. Now that you have filled out your financial information, you will be able to make a graph portraying this information. Select the cells for ending balance for every month, including the titles. With the information still selected, click on the Insert tab on the toolbar at the top of the page. There you would see the tab for Charts. Click on Charts tab and scroll down to view the different type of charts. For this project, you will click on the column chart. Once you selected the type of chart you prefer, the chart will appear on the page. There you would see your data displayed in the form of a picture. To edit or change your chart, simply right-click on the chart and choose an option which you would like to apply. For this project, you will be changing the color of the chart. Click on one of the bars in your chart to select them. Right-click on the selected bar and the floating toolbox should appear above your cursor. Hover over the paint can icon and it would say Shape Fill. Click on this icon and choose a color you would like. Do the same for the other bar in the chart. Now you have successfully created and edited the color of your chart. You can also create a chart that breaks down where your money went in a particular month. To create this chart, select cells A4 through B8. Navigate to the Insert tab on the toolbar, and in the chart selection, select Pie. A pie chart would then appear. Adding more labels to the chart can make it easier to read. To add more labels, right-click and select Add Data Labels. Check category name, value, and percentage. To export your chart as PDF, navigate to File, select Save As, Then select the sheet and file format as PDF.